Saturday to all of you out there watching. Welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. I am Adina, your hostess around these parts, as well as your resident medium, oracle, wise woman, seer, prophetess, priestess, necromancer, and whatever else people feel comfortable calling us these days. And because I do these things around here on this channel, I feel the need to let you know that up front in case you're new. Because if that's not your thing, I invite you to leave so that you don't feel weird. And if that is your thing, I invite you to stay. To all of my regular viewers, return viewers, subscribers, bush watchers, and busted babies, happy Saturday, happy day of Saturn to all of you. And welcome to Beyond the Veil. Hello, Life with Sammy. Hello, Tierra, Mama Fakit. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Please let me know how you're doing as you come into the chat. Not everybody has somebody checking up on them in the world, and I want to make sure that even if you are here, somebody checks in on you. So how you doing? Yes, you. How you doing? I am fresh off of the Crown of Success ceremony. It worked me. I'm good. Mama Fakit, I hope you guys had a good vacation. I want you to tell us all about it in one of the members' lives when you get home and settled. Hey, Miss Poetic, how's everyone doing? Greetings on this day of Saturn to everyone. All right. Well, let's just get right into it because I don't want to waste everybody's time tonight. Mama Fakit is at the airport. And, Saturday is usually the day you guys go out and be outside, so don't let me keep you. Anyways, I just want to say that I hope you all are blessed. Hey, Chaz, this is a big day for you. Hey, JD, this is a big day. What's going on today? JD, how you been? You've been working hard on those two jobs. I feel like I haven't seen you lately. It's 75 in Chicago and sunny. I know you're going to be outside, JD, because you stay outside when you're not at work making that money. Hey, Miss Rhonda, how's everybody doing that's just joining the live? Welcome to Beyond the Veil Adina with Adina. Happy Saturday. Happy day of Saturn to all of you. Thank you, Dog Mom. Blessings be upon you. So listen, y'all, excuse the noise in the background. Some of the kids are here with their grandmother. Apparently and allegedly, Justin Bieber and Usher got into a fisticuff. Oh, that sounds good, JD. That sounds amazing. Have fun. You're keeping an eye out for me today. This is last minute for me popping up in here. I hadn't intended on it, but I was going to go to bed and it's super early, so I thought, I'll make the most of my night and we'll do a live. The ceremony is actually over. I'm going to do a little extra something tomorrow just to add to it. It's like a fast money portion of the ceremony that I want to add to it. So I'm actually going to do that extra tomorrow after my open house, because I do have an open house tomorrow too from 11 to 1. So if I don't have too many people stopping by the open house, I'll probably go live again with you guys and we'll take a look at something else. All right, so they say Justin Bieber and Usher got into a fisticuff down to the Beyonce's post-Oscar party. First and foremost, in that picture that I saw of them roughing each other up down in the club, down to Beyonce's Good Civilized Function, she was in the background of that photo looking amazing, I must say. She had that glass of wine. This is actually the glass of water I had for the ceremony. Is this the wine or the water? This is the wine. I was going to say this is a little yellow to be water. This is the wine I had in the ceremony. It's a pineapple Moscato. that I use for the crown of success, since we use pineapple in the crown of success. Anyways, there she was with that glass of wine like this, like, oh my God, they finna fight. Yes, my nail polish is coming off. They finna fight. She was looking amazing. To be honest, yes, the girls are fighting. Now, I'm not even going to really gag on that because my heart goes out to Justin Bieber. And I've read Justin Bieber, I think twice. I actually read Justin Bieber when I read Usher that first time. For the OGs, remember me reading Usher and seeing Justin Bieber, or did I read Justin and seeing Usher? I think I read Justin and saw Usher. That's what it was. And then from that reading, I literally clicked off and then went and read Usher since he came up in Justin Bieber's reading. That was still when I was recording readings and not doing live. So you guys go back and watch my first Justin Bieber reading because the outcome was Usher. And that made me go and do a Usher reading immediately after that. Thank you. Is that Arnie? Thank you. So I can't even really gag about them getting into a fight just because I've read Usher before and Justin Bieber, and I've seen what I've seen between the dynamics of their relationship. And so I can't even really kiki about it because, in my opinion, if Justin Bieber wants to put hands on anybody who he feels like he doesn't want in his personal space, I stand with Justin Bieber for putting the pause on Usher. I do. And that's simply because I've read him before and I feel like Usher might have been on some like a covert bully because of the heat of the temperament in the industry, with everybody getting exposed, everybody's dirty, filthy secrets coming out. And in my opinion, Usher's involvement in some nasty things with Justin Bieber, in my opinion, because of what may have happened to Usher in the industry with people like allegedly Diddy, somehow I believe he ended up taking Justin Bieber and saying, hey, let me take you through there for some reason. And I feel like Justin Bieber is kind of like, no, everybody get away. No. You know how, like, if a child is trying to fight off somebody bothering them inappropriately and they're like, no, stop. No. In my mind, it's something like that. And I feel like Usher might have just been like, hey, yes, Miss Poetic, unhand me. I feel like Usher may have come over there with a coat, a fur coat like this robe and a bowl of cherries, trying to hypnotize Justin Bieber with the cherry. You do not remember. You do not remember these dangling over your face when you were a little boy. Bloop, right on his forehead with the cherries, just bloop. And you know what? I feel like Justin Bieber was saying, no, no. And I stand. But let's see. That's just what I think of the situation. Let's see. Let's just see what took place between them to cause them to have fisticuffs down at Beyonce's Good Function. Beyonce's Good Function. Child, it had to be serious. It had to be an on site situation, in my opinion. My money's on Bieber. No shade to Usher because I love him. I'm down with the culture, I'm down with the black people. But Justin, in my opinion, fights from trauma and survival. And those are the ones who will, for their lives, scratch, claw, bite, headbutt, all of it. Just imagine if that picture came out of Justin Bieber doing headbutting the shit out of Usher. That would have been hilarious. Now then I would have cackled a little bit because I'd have been like, Usher. Back in the 90s, that was the go-to white guy move when they got ready to fight back in the 90s. They would always like get hulked up and Man, that was a 90s move though. They don't really headbutt anymore like they used to. We don't get a good headbutt anymore. Who was there in the 90s to see all the white men headbutt? That was their move. That was like their, yes, because that was the era of WWE. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say, y'all don't remember all the white guys used to when they fight, yeah, 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 just right. Oh, and they lay people out. I remember my little sister headbutted the shit. That's probably why I remember. Because my little sister headbutted the hell out of me one day when we was fighting, and it dazed me. She also bit the shit out of me one time, and I swear I died that day. She also took my Cabbage Patch doll. Do you know how hard their heads used to be? You know, the ones that used to smell sweet? The Cabbage Patch, they used to smell so sweet. Why did they smell like that? But anyways, she got mad one day and disassembled my Cabbage Patch doll head and threw it at me. Ooh, child, the memories, child, the memories. You remember, Jazz? Why did they smell so sweet? What was that smell? It was so soft and sweet, the Cabbage Patch dolls. Ugh, it's like the freshest, sweetest, powdery smell they had. Anyways, back to Justin Bieber and Usher getting into a fisticuff. You remember too, blank his? Okay, good. Shout out to everybody who remembers the 90s. They were scented, had to be. Maybe because they wanted them to smell like fresh babies. Whose homeboy is this? Yours, duh. Not your Black Panther. Rawr. Okay, let me cleanse my hand again because I see the stench of troll is in here, and you know we don't do peasants. So let me get my good peasant remover juice. Ah, all right. I also had a walking Wendy, which I hated because it used to scare the shit out of me. Why were we the same height? And why could you walk like I could? I didn't like the walking Wendy's. I don't like the dolls that are too lively. I actually am not a doll girl, so that's that. Because don't fucking look at me. And if I move, you shouldn't be able to still see me, but all the dolls can. So I was never a doll girl. I like to draw and paint and do arts and stuff and be in my mind. Because why do I do this and you do this? No. I hated my doll. I used to fight it. They eventually just gave it away. Because they say every time we put that doll out, they kept it in the garage. Every time they brought it out, I go to swinging on it. Just, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. Miss Poetic, unhand me. I just came off of a ceremony. I deserve to woosah for a second. Okay. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me. I'm gonna read this from Justin Bieber's perspective because he'll tell it. I'll have to force Usher, but Justin Bieber will tell it willingly. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Justin Devontae Bieber Jones Jackson Williams. Please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy. Speaking of Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. The spirit of the what is this energy flowing through the Justins these days? One of them was caught in a fisticuff, the other one was caught intoxicated and inebriated. Is anyone in here named Justin? Are you all okay? Absolutely, Jazz. I ain't play that. I ain't never played the radio with no hating hoe. Not even a doll. Talking about my size. Shit me. All right. Justin Bieber. Spirit, please allow me to speak to the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Justin Bieber and compel him to speak his soul's truth, which I don't think it'll take much compelling. Justin Bieber, what was the cause? What was the reason of this altercation you had with Usher down to Beyonce's Good Bougie party? By the way, did I say Beyonce looked stunning in that picture when she looked appalled? She gave such wealthy appalled. Oh my God, I said Beyonce. My God. I bet you smell. Oh, she looked like she smelled amazing too. And I bet that was a really nice Cabernet in her cup that I would just, no, she was giving me very much wealthy, bougie, bad bitch. And I was here for it. All right, Justin, what happened between you and Usher that caused y'all to feel like it was on site? I mean, I get down at a party, but I get down at the Met before I get down at a Beyonce party. I'm so serious. Because the Met is run by white people. I ain't gonna show out at no black people function because you don't know what kind of hitters they got there. Just never know. All right, Justin. Yeah, he was real petty. Yeah, anyways, Justin Bieber, what happened that caused you and Usher to not be able to hold your contempt at the Oscar party? Uh, past, past. Now listen, you see this? This is a child. This is an older child. So in my opinion, they both went through, like I said the last time I read both of them, they both went through same thing, same scene, same, same, same trauma. It's just that one was in the position to put the younger one, the white one, look at his little blonde hair, little white boy who was looking up to this person in the industry. And there he was flowering him the same way he was flowered. So, first and foremost, whatever beef they have stems to, in my opinion, because I'm just a weed smoking crazy lady, their shared trauma and how one person passed on that trauma to the younger person, in my opinion. In my opinion, they will always have beef, and they probably always had, especially since the Diddy stuff happened, because around that time, everybody started looking for dirty secrets to expose. They're still kind of doing it, but when Diddy was down, everybody was coming out looking to expose somebody. And actually, around that time, there were whispers about Justin Bieber because of his relations with Diddy, which is why I came out to read Justin in the first place. And I said that Justin was going to try to. Thank you, Shadiah. I said that Justin was going to try to rid himself everyone in the past. And that's what the blogs are saying now about why they got in this fisticuff. But y'all heard it here first. Because I don't think he wants to be brought up in any testimonies and any expose of even his abusers. Because he still, in my opinion, struggles with the trauma. So I think he is someone who feels like I'm good if I can just get rid of all these people. But do I want to be on the stand? Do I want to be on the documentaries telling my story? No. But I also just don't want, I want them people, I don't want to F with them, and I don't want them to F with me. Y'all remember Kiki Palmer? Mama got caught on that recording saying, but Usher's gay. Everybody act like they don't remember that. But I just can't let it go. Remember when she was into it with her baby daddy, the light skinned man? And the mama was checking him about whatever beef he had with Kiki. And I guess her being down to the Usher concert got brought up. And remember, Kiki mama They released it. They released her on that. His people did, and she was saying, "But Usher's get." And the way she said it, I always say this. She said it as if it's like a Negro. Is you dumb? Everybody knows that. I know you ain't mad about that. He wasn't down there dangling cherries for nothing. You know what cherries look like? But I can't even really laugh about that because I believe that Usher had the same early industry experience. The only thing that I can hold against Usher that I don't hold against Justin is that so far we don't have anybody attached to Justin that said he traumatized me. But there are rumors and allegations that maybe Usher was involved in some of Justin's trauma. And so it's a choice to repeat. It's a choice. Not everybody does. So, first and foremost, I think they will always have a not good relationship. But I think previously, pre Diddy, Justin was really, really struggling and he didn't really know how to do the boundary thing. He was kind of coping in unhealthy ways. And then at some point, he decided to kind of straighten himself up and set boundaries. And I think that's what he's been trying to do. But the industry, the predatory part about the industry, and we give a fuck about your boundaries, especially if they feel like their safety is on the line. So, in my opinion, Usher could have walked up to Justin and said, "What's up?" And Justin probably would have said, "Get away from me." And in my opinion, people with PTSD from really, really, really traumatic abuse, sometimes anything, just seeing you might trigger them. Not saying Justin started it. I'm saying that their relationship is based on shared, in my opinion, shared trauma. Listen, shall I read Kevin Hart next just for fun, just because you brought him up, Jason? He gives me a little, okay, the little leprechaun at the end of the rainbow with the pot of gold. That's what I think about Kevin Hart. When I think about him, I want to say, hoo-hoo, where's me pot of gold? Hoo-hoo, where's me pot of gold? Wasn't it just St. Patty's Day? Shout out to Kevin Hart and his pot of gold. Hoo-hoo, me pot of gold. I don't know. That's just what pops in my mind. And I'm a weed smoking crazy lady, so. It just does. And I see him just sliding down the rainbow with his little legs kicking up in the air and his little pot of gold. It's crazy in here. All right. You guys, stop it. You guys are funny. Ooh. The moon in reverse. I think Usher is afraid, in my opinion. I think that there might be some behind the scenes groanings that might make Usher feel a little unsettled. Jason, don't be offended. I love the Irish. I love the Irish. No, bring Jason back. I don't think he was trolling. Bring him back, Tierra, Mama Fakir. Bring him back. I don't think he was trolling in a bad way. I was about to say, oh no, 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 ho, 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 no, no, no. No, I don't have no offense with the Irish. No, I love the Irish. Jason, welcome back. I hope you weren't trolling me because my mods are snipers. And if they just smell a hint of trollage, so you got to put an LOL behind that so they know you playing. Otherwise, they gon' back. That's what they're here for. But no, Jason. And shout out to the Irish. I love you and your leprechaun granddaddy. Okay? What? Bring me a pot of gold. Yes, tag me into the river dance. Okay, see? See, I can river dance too. I think there may be someone or some concern. Jediah, my mods don't play. They just don't. And that's why I always ride for them, because they always ride for me. There's a concern about Usher being exposed in a negative way, and I mean way more negative than Keke Palmer's mama, because they were able to squash that. You remember that came and went. Some of y'all don't even remember it because it came and went so fast, but Google it. Google Keke Palmer's mom says Usher is gay. Now, if it don't come up, y'all, I'm going to say Usher got the power of all the Elon Musks in the world to get that scrub from the internet, because I definitely saw it on a blog. Okay. And I think his concern, again, is something coming out about him. And I think he wants Justin Bieber to shh. And I think Justin Bieber said, unhear me, nigga. And I'm sorry, if Justin Bieber did say the N-word to Usher after he said unhand me, I didn't hear it. You heard it? I didn't hear it. Prove it. I think he absolutely said, get your nigga hands off of me, you I think Usher just walked up behind him, leaned up to his ear, and said, situations will arise. And Justin said, Usher said, but you gotta be smart. And that's when Justin did like that, and there you go. Usher was trying to say, but you gotta be smart about it. And Justin said, Nick, you be smart, ninja. Justin said, if you got confessions, you take that up with you and your God. But nope. You got it bad, and I don't want it. They said you got it bad. Remember, they sued Usher and said he had it bad, he had it bad. And that was before Keke Mama was on the phone, hanging up and calling right back. The lady down at the courthouse said Usher said he had it bad, he had it bad. When you miss a day without your meds, your whole life's fucked up, or whatever the song said. Past position. In my opinion, Justin Bieber has survived the industry, being in the industry, meaning he let everybody that traumatized him kind of run him, and he just coped the best way he could. But now I don't think he is in that part of the industry anymore. He's over there in the white side now, and he can dibble dabble with his black friends whenever he chooses to, a la Sexy Red. But he ain't down at the BET Awards no more like they used to have him. I watched a video of somebody doing a video on Justin Bieber and the inappropriate way that the media handled him when he was a young boy, and they just put together so many interview clips of Justin Bieber being flirted with and hit on by adults, men and women alike, adults, like on TV. And I just said, how did we just, I mean, it wasn't me, because I wasn't that grown myself, and I definitely wasn't watching for stuff like that, but how did that just slide like that? Where was I? Child, Poor young man. I think by getting involved in the industry so young, contractually, meaning I believe that whatever legalities his parents had might have been transferred to whomever was over him in the industry at the time. I feel like he was passed around even legally. So it made it legal to do certain things because I feel like they were legal guardians or contractually able to act as a guardian in some way because of their position in the industry. But I definitely think that this young man, besides singing and dancing, I also think he was taken through there by multiple people: men, women, black, brown, white, yellow, orange, everybody. And that is disgusting because in my mind I see such a diverse group of people, all ages, shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, races, genders, you name it. Again, if he put his hands on anybody in that room, I would turn the other way if I was security. I just would. Let them hoes fight. They ain't fucking up my night. Where is the Cabernet, Beyonce? Please pass the Cabernet. Because whatever they did, they must have had it coming. Near future. Queen of Cups. Justin Bieber, is this your wife? This feels like someone with a platform. If it is, they could be speaking out about, spilling about that situation, and or speaking favorably about Justin Bieber. But they are a receiver of information. So they're in the know, and they either were there or they heard firsthand or they just know because they would know somehow. Somebody might talk more about this party, and it may be favorable again to Justin Bieber. Thank you, Jasmine. The Lovers in Reverse, crowning Justin Bieber. I think he wants to permanently cut these people off now that he doesn't have to deal with them contractually or business wise. I literally think he's saying, get thee away from me. Leave me alone. This is also, this and my Two of Cups in reverse could be a same sex relationship only because it's a two people who are supposed to be in a loving relationship, harmonious, romantic relationship, but it's in reverse, which sometimes in readings shows up as same sex. Because this is a Gemini card, this also comes up dealing with contracts and partnerships and agreements. So I will say consent is shown up with the lovers too, when all parties agree. And then their consent with each other becomes binding. In this case, in my opinion, this is a same sex relationship that lacked conscious consent. Since I'm a realtor in real estate, that's called a null and void contract because the signee was not of age and not of legally right mind. So you cannot sign a contract with a 17-year-old in real estate without power of attorney, their power of attorney, or their guardian. And if it does get signed, before it gets fully executed into closing, it's gonna get caught, and then the whole deal would just be null and void. If it doesn't get caught, then it's illegal. Somebody should snitch if there's some money attached, anyways. So I think that this is I think this is a relationship that is free from these people. Jasmine, I think he's free from these people. Come on in, Angel. In my opinion, always crowning him always in his mind, based on their previous relationship, is this unconsenting, inappropriate relationship. So below. And I feel like from that relationship, because they say that Usher won a bidding war against Justin Timberlake for Justin Bieber. Imagine them having a bidding war for this young boy. A bidding war for a child. And even if you are a musician, to have a bidding war for a child already means that you're a little bit predatory, because anybody else in their right mind would be like, yeah, I can make a lot of money off this child, but considering this industry, I'd rather work with consenting adults. I just, if I am a label executive, I'm not, that is mainly known for marketing to an adult audience. Why would I all of a sudden look for children to market to an adult audience? You have to be at least a little bit predatory in that thinking. Greedy, at least, at best. Greedy. And then after Usher won, went straight to Diddy. I mean, did Usher really put up the funds for Justin Bieber, or was it Diddy? Because Usher had to go to the Diddy camp. So maybe Diddy wanted to be the silent investor and have Usher out there grabbing them, because maybe it looked better. It looked less bad if it's Usher instead of if it's Diddy. Then everybody, it's just Diddy. Diddy, I don't think he ever did a bidding war for a child star. But it seems like Usher did, and then immediately he goes into Diddy's boot camp. So who really? Yes, I heard that too. I heard L.A. Reid talk about how beautiful he was. Yes, I heard that too, and I thought these people, just y'all ain't got no root workers in y'all families, cause or nobody that care enough to fight, because my God, just blatantly right there, in plain sight, just in plain sight. How do you talk about a child like that as a grown fucking bald head, milk dud head man with glasses? Don't he wear glasses? That is disgusting. This is the bidding war that went on. It wasn't just Usher, a la Diddy, and Justin Timberlake. There were others, but I guess those were the two biggest contenders. Now, in my opinion, Justin Bieber, I mean Justin Timberlake would have just squashed him, because he wouldn't have want him to come up and destiny swap his Justin energy. He got to be the only great white hope in the R&B spaces. So Justin Timberlake would have just squashed him. He would have signed him to silence him. Oh, but them ninjas, them dirty dog Negroes, in my opinion, in my most disrespectful opinion. And this is Justin, like I said, unhand me ninja. Look at him. Don't that look like unhand me? Get the fuck up off me. Mm, mm, mm. Unhand me. Because look, all these wands coming for him. And this man got to maintain his safe position up here, a little bit more elevated. Unhand me. Look at his face. Unhand me, ninja. Because you're doing the devil's work, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's not Usher that he's worried or that he needs to be concerned about. Usher seems to do the dirty work for others that can't be seen doing the dirty work. Diddy, maybe? I haven't seen the King of Cups, but I've seen the Queen of Cups. This could be Diddy. He's not in a position to be a king right now, but he's in the lesser position. He still has some power. The problem is Justin Bieber, it's like Usher approaches him on behalf of somebody else, but there are a few people who would love for Justin Bieber to never speak about their experience with him. It's crazy. Silence is what they want. Silence is what Usher wants, in my opinion. Usher, Allah, whoever else he comes on behalf of. Silence. In fact, a vow of silence. Sign this document that you won't speak. Sign this contract that you won't speak. Hopes and fears. Justin was down at the party and he knew some of those people were going to be there, but I honestly think that he thought that at a Beyonce and Jay-Z party, no, everybody would kind of walk light and be on their P's and Q's. I think Usher approached Justin Bieber. I don't think Justin Bieber sought out a fight. This feels a little tighter than an NDA. It could be an NDA, but it feels really tight. Really tight, like into perpetuity. Meaning you can't even make music that might allude to our relationship because that would live on after you die, into perpetuity. And some industry contracts do say that. That's what it means to sell your soul. Unto perpetuity, or for life and 60 years post-mortem, things like that. And fun fact, when you die after signing a contract with like that, you still fulfill it. Because in whatever life you come back into next, in some way you will be enslaved or in bondage in a way that you don't overcome in that lifetime because of an agreement of bondage that you made, and you have to fulfill it. All right. Marvin Gaye signed one of those contracts into perpetuity. Y'all learned that from me? Oh, I don't remember, but sure. Sound like something I said. So his hopes and fears is coexisting with these people. I think Justin is like, you really don't have to worry about me. I'm not looking for that, but leave me alone. Outcome, they'll leave him alone. Everybody will get the message that Justin don't mind getting into a fistacuff. But I also think that they will be able to trust that he all right. He not gonna turn them in. I don't think he wants to. All Justin wants is peace. Oh yeah, I did talk about that there. Now I remember. I remember because I remember talking about contracts like that, but I just don't remember where. I think there's a lot of people that don't want their past with Justin Bieber and what they did as grown adults and people more powerful than him when he was a child. A child. I think there's a lot of people who don't want their graves or bodies being brought back up, like Diddy. It's a Scorpio card because it took Diddy down. So there's a lot of other people who don't want their dirty secrets because of what they did to a child. And if Justin Bieber ever seen this video and called me and asked me for some type of help, I would give it to him with a discount. Yep, sure would. Love you back, Russia. with a goddamn discount. Not for free though, but with a discount. Outcome for Justin Bieber in this matter with Usher. The public attention on something that typically would only happen in private and us, the general public, would never know about scares Usher off. Usher doesn't like this kind of attention. He doesn't like to be caught out there. He typically squashes anything that comes out about him that's unsavory. It doesn't last more than a week or so when it comes to Usher. I mean, literally, almost right after. Well, no, he was already on tour when Kiki Palmer Mama said that. Um, that's why she said it. So I don't think Usher likes that public scrutiny, and I don't think Justin Bieber gives a fuck. That's why the message is sent. All right, Justin Bieber. All right, Lil B, we'll leave you alone. Because Justin Bieber didn't even care that they were down at Beyonce's party. Do not invade his personal space. He chilling. And he is about that life because he wants to defend his boundaries at this moment. And I think Usher ran up on him a little bit unexpected. And I think Justin Bieber was like, nigga, get your green sperm. That's just what the people said at the courthouse, allegedly. I would never. I am a fan of Usher's music because I am an 80s baby and I can't help it. He's been one of the narrators to the soundtrack of my life. So Justin has no desire to speak about the nasty things that happened to him because it makes him feel nasty. This is a victim who doesn't mind letting his perpetrators get away because of how nasty, naked, dirty, filthy it makes him feel, in my opinion. Yes. Yes. I lived with that. The fear, the desire to never tell. I didn't say anything until I was 25, and I brought it up so casually in a conversation with my mama at work, or was it at work or over the phone? Probably over the phone and email. We were talking, and I was like, such and such, when you used to let such and such watch me when you went to work after daddy got locked up, this would happen. And it wasn't just at our house, it was at such and such house. And I'm not the only person who knows because some of my other cousins have apologized to me about it for allowing it to go on when they knew. And child, maybe because I waited so long to say something, it was kind of just like, well, why you ain't say nothing then? And then I was like, because I didn't want to ruin the family. I ain't want to ruin the family dynamics. And then the conversation was just like, oh, you should have said something. And then it just moved on. But as a child, I remember I would have never imagined the day where I would have said something back then. Like, I'm not going to be the one that everybody hates because I ruined the dynamics of the family. Now people aren't getting along because of me. And what if the people that I need to defend me don't? Then I just started something and nobody's going to have my back. And then what? So I get that kind of like, I'll heal on my own. You stay over there, I'll stay over here, and just leave me alone. You ain't got to worry about me blabbing to the world because what happened to me was disgusting. And I would never want people to know my full truth anyways. You're right. You're absolutely right. Taishin, I hope I'm saying your name right. O3. I've been seeing you, but I haven't been saying your name because I didn't want to mispronounce it. Taishin. Happy Saturday, one of one. All right, so let me look into Usher. This is the second time I've read them back to back. Justin first, then Usher. My goodness. I really hate that for them. I really hate that for Justin. But Taijin, okay, I like that. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Usher Raymond, the third, fourth. He's one of those. Usher Raymond, the famous singer. Usher. Please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Usher. Usher. I'm sure they did. I don't think Usher expected that. I think he thought he was gonna be able to go up there, say what he wanted, and then skate off backwards, doing a cart flip on skates. Usher, talk to me about this altercation that you had with Justin Bieber at Beyonce's post um, Oscar party. What was it about? Did you approach Justin? Did he approach you? Did you get aggressive with him? Did he get aggressive with you first? And what will the outcome of this matter with you and Justin Bieber be? Thank you, mods, for being A1 tonight. I greatly appreciate you. I'm not saying much because I'm trying to stay focused, but I see you. Defending me and my honor. I'm appreciative. I have to make sure tomorrow when I do my part 2 of the Crown of Success, the fast money part, I throw my mods in for free. So everybody text me tonight and make sure I don't leave anyone out. Don't leave it to me to go through my list of mods, but all the mods text me tonight. If you're a mod that don't have my text, and I don't think any mod doesn't have my text, otherwise, I mean my number, you probably wouldn't be a mod because I don't know you like that, then email me. Gotta do something good for the mods. All right, Usher, talk to me about your fisticuff with Justin Bieber. And yes, I'm saying fisticuff being extra. I could say fight and altercation, but fisticuff. I mean, if you're at a post Grammy party, then it was a fisticuff and not a fight. So I'm saying fisticuff on purpose. And if it's starting to get on y'all nerves, it's getting on mine. But it's the bougie word for a fight since they were at a bougie event. Five of Wands. Now, remember, this was in Justin Bieber's so below position, and I said Usher's doing the dirty work for the others that want Justin Bieber to kind of hush from the black delegation. Usher. Who knew that you were the spokesperson for the Negro Predatory Coalition of Musicians, allegedly? Ideal meal. Who knew it? Who knew it that you were a part of the celebrity wand fighting coalition? The male celebrities who like to get together and have wand fights, not swords, because these are black men. Wand fights. Wasn't there like this rumor about naked basketball games? Speaking of Kevin Hart, somebody said he was down to the naked basketball game that LeBron James. Anyways, child, that was a rumor somewhere. I heard it, but I don't believe it. I don't want to. But this tells me that absolutely Usher, you like to skate, in my opinion, at the n- Negro Predatory Coalition of Musicians. Yes, the NPCM. He's a member, in my opinion. That was a rumor. They say they say all Jamie Foxx. All they used to have these blouses versus no blouses basketball matches, and everybody ended up being a no blouse. Now listen, what I would love to be a Spalding on that court, but since all the wands are fighting amongst each other, I wouldn't, because I'd have to watch as I rolled off into a corner. I just have to watch all the fun. The fun that didn't want me to that don't want me to join. I'd have been like, oh, they not here. Oh, they. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just sit here in the net and watch. I think, in my opinion, Usher is a part of the coalition, and he had to skate on over there to Usher down at the party and whisper in his ear. So somebody has to do it, and in my opinion, it's LeBron or Drake because they're tall. Challenging position for Usher. I think he was expecting Bieber to cooperate and not get ready for a fisticuff, because that's what the fight looks like. It looked like a why I oughta put him up, put him up. My dear, you are a turkey neck bone. All right. I think he was expecting, because Justin Bieber was at this fancy Illuminati party where everybody's initiated. You see the apron, the master. What I don't know what they call it in the Mason Hall, but the master's apron or whatever. Because Jay Z is a 33rd degree, and this was his wife's function, and he was surrounded by other made men, made Mason men, allegedly. And so I thought that Usher thought he was going to walk up like a boss and be like, yo, Bieber. And I think Bieber looked to size him up. And I think Usher said, let me put my skates on glide mode. I don't think he heard me. And I think he slid on over there. And then I think he tried to, hey, Beeb, let me have a word with you. Every time we was in LA, don't tell nobody about it. No, I was out doing my dirt. No, I wasn't thinking about you getting hurt. I'm sitting here at the Carter's party like, damn, not giving a damn who sees me. I'm telling you. He wasn't expecting Usher to be about that. Justin Bieber to be about that action. Who would have? I think he's doing the dirty work for the diddler, because the diddler's in jail. In the real fisticuffs. Fists in cuffs. This is Diddy in jail. Thank you, fortunately, T. Oh, I'm just a crazy weed smoking lady. Don't nobody take me serious over here. Not even my almost 4,000 subscribers. We just known for shooting the shits and being entirely wrong, allegedly. Was exactly 101 when Usher was down at Cascades perfecting his double triple backhand toss on rollerblades. Justin Bieber was down in Compton, okay? He was down at Slauson. I don't know what that is, but he was on Slauson, okay? Crip walking. Y'all know I like to crip walk. Crip walking. And Usher was down there perfecting a backhand on rollerblades. My goodness gracious. But anyways, I think he's doing the dirty work for his boss. And this makes me kind of sad because it makes me feel like Usher is less free than Justin. You heard me, Jazz. On Slauson. On Slauson, cuz. On Schoolyard, cuz. You heard me, cuz. He did go see Russell and Bally. Yeah, not Slauson, Slouson, cuz. Y'all know I'm from the South. I can't say Slauson. Wait, Slauson. That sounds like New York. Slouson. This feels like for some reason Usher is still in the program. He's still in the Matrix, and I feel bad for him because I think he is. Cut yourself. Because I think that he's allowing Diddy to call plays for him while in jail. So he's still deeply connected. And my problem is the reason for that is probably because from Diddy, you became a Diddy. So Diddy can always, you can't play the full victim card with Diddy like Justin can. Justin can say, Ninja, I'll blow up your whole spot. And they'll have to be like, all right, cuz, you got it, you got it. Usher can't say that. He used to could until he decided to become what happened to him. And now you in Death Row Records, my boy. You in Death Row Records, my boy. Usher, this disappoints me because how did I end up standing Justin Bieber over? Did I mention I was down with my family, my culture? Black power, right? But Usher. Now I'm black first, but the children? Hold on now. I'm a woman. Firstly. Future for Usher. Queen of Wands. Remember, Justin Bieber had the Queen of Cups and upright in his future. And I said, whoever this is, they'll be saying something that's sympathetic to Justin. Well, if it's sympathetic to Justin, then she's a bitch to Usher. Two queens in both of their futures. One of them is a cup upright, very compassionate to Justin, but to Usher may make him look like a predator. Wonder what Tasha K is doing. She's a Pisces. She has a platform. She usually takes on stuff like this after I expose it first. When the receipts come, that's when everybody else can jump on it. We're usually light years ahead. That's why we're not more known, because by the time other people get it with the receipts, you guys forgot all about. You forgot about me. But it's okay. Crowning Usher. Dirty deeds, Usher. Justin Bieber had a lack of consent in an unhealthy, a bad, nasty, unconsenting relationship. And this tells me that you indulged. This tells me you got secrets, Usher. And you've been able to be in front of them, sit comfortably in front of them for a long time. But when Diddy went down, that start wobbling your table. Because you're connected to him and people know your tea. With Diddy going down, and you seem to be very intimately attached to him and his dirty deeds. Because in Justin's challenging, I said, I think this is Usher, and I think he's concerned about being exposed for something. The Diddy situation really made things a little bit rocky for you. Good thing you had a tour to cement your good PR, especially one with a lot of women. So nobody would remember Kiki Palmer's mom saying you're gay, and nobody would believe or want to entertain any potential rumors that came out about you with boys. Because all we know is not the Usher that had all the girls down eating strawberry balls out of his hand, but yeah, that Usher. Because I've been alive for 38 going on 39 years, and I've been off the porch for a long time, and ain't no man ever wanted to feed me no strawberries, no cherries, or no grapes. I just don't know men. I know romantic men. I was married, but who does that? That comes out of a love novel. It's not realistic. Nobody, when they're romancing and sexing, lays you back and dangles cherry balls over your mouth. Women might do that. Women might bring cherry balls to the bedroom so that we can entice you with them. But a man, no. He has to see my cat. That one? So below. Justin Bieber might be the only one with tangible concrete evidence, or somebody has it. But since he was approaching Justin Bieber, I think it's Justin Bieber. He was probably Usher's main and most prominent person. That bidding war that Usher won for him led, in my opinion, to overindulgence and debauchery. So him purchasing him, a bidding war, you do that for something that you purchase. And we're talking about a human being. They did that to slaves. So let's not forget, I keep saying a bidding war because that's the term that was used for Justin Bieber. There was a bidding war for him. Think about him being on an auction block, and whoever has the highest money can say mine. And since he's been a star since he was a boy, obviously his parents, just like Usher, I mean, Usher's gonna skate on past it. He doesn't like addressing things. He doesn't like responding, refuting. They don't play Taijin. That's why I'm putting them in the fast money ceremony tomorrow. Because I got to keep them well oiled. I got to keep them well fed. Because they don't play. And listen, they lucky April is not in here. Because the rest of the mods would be able to take the night off if it was April. She might even be in here. And no, she ain't in here because we just seeing her blocking people. She don't even announce when she come in here. I know April in here when I see people getting blocked. And I be like, oh, y'all done fucked up now. Because she don't like nobody. And she even calls me or texts me afterwards. She tells me that privately. She be like, I have to sometimes stay in the shadows because people be showing out in your live. And I know that that's because your platform, you have to be neutral and you have to be this, and this. But I don't. And I don't like it. And listen, she done. I've had to call her off of people before because sometimes she'll be like, so I've been peeping this person and I just been peeping them for a while and I kind of think something fishy going on. And I'd be like, April, stand down. You be wanting to, Jazz, but April does. She don't get no flip about no decorum. She is going to send me a voice note. If it's too much to text, she's sending a voice note. Gotta love April. My Santa Muerte in the flesh. Yeah, and that's what I want y'all to do, cause that's what I'm on. I just block. So I need y'all to be on the same thing, and y'all do. So shout out to the mods. Usher wants this to be behind him. He wants all the talk to be behind him. And this is a bit of regret, but only regret because he got caught. If this didn't blow up and get publicized, it wouldn't have been nothing. It would have just been something that their celebrity friends talked about, and maybe it might have went differently. But no, somebody got pictures, and Usher doesn't outright address things, so he'll let it die down. Remember, Justin's card was a fistacuff. Usher's is a, all right, dog, I'm head out. All right, head down. All right, bro, you got this. You got this one. Because now, Usher, you got to go back to Diddy and explain to Daddy Diddy how you got fisticuffed by Bieber. It's that Cascades, Usher. You ain't never lived nowhere else but Atlanta, ain't you? Mm. You got a good rapport with the girls out there. They respect you for being an ATL legend, so don't nobody tell your tea except for the people who sued you for giving them a gangrene type of situation, allegedly. External to Usher, King of Pentacles in reverse. Justin Bieber has other resources outside of the music community, outside of the resources of Usher and his Negro predatory coalition of musician members. So Justin has his own resources now, which is why he felt emboldened. In the past, he has felt like a victim. Remember that Nine of Swords, and everybody was able to press him. Now Justin has new white and Jewish protection, and they may not be the best option for him, but in this case, they're white and Jewish. And what you're not going to do is mess with one of ours. Not in this way. We used him for his money. You guys are just trying to destroy his soul. And not this day, because without his soul, how can we get his money? I mean, So Usher, you better cascade your ass on back down yonder and tell Diddy try again. I heard Daddy Hadid. Daddy Hadid said, I know some prison guards who like getting in fisticuffs too. If we can't touch you, Usher, we'll get to your boss, because he can't skate nowhere but down to the mess hall and then back to his cell, allegedly. Hopes and fears for Usher that his childhood trauma comes out. Yep. Yep, Jazz. In my opinion, Usher's afraid that one of the resources that Justin's new power structure will use is to exploit Usher's predatory childhood. You know, Lou Taylor is probably an associate of the Hadids or whomever this is that Justin is protected by. And since the last time I read Justin, I saw this in his So Below, and I said it was his father-in-law. This is his father-in-law. And Lou Taylor has a good relationship with Hadidi. It's just a whole nasty mess. And Usher, you are a victim too. What would it look like if Justin's protection talked about how you were sold off into the industry? Where was your mother? Why was her back turned? When you were looking up being groomed for the industry, why was your mother's back turned? Why was she looking the other way when you needed help? That's in Usher's hopes and fears. So it seems he does the dirty work for the people so that nobody exposes his trauma and takes him down. That'll take him down. Because it wouldn't just be all Usher is a victim. With his trauma would come other people's trauma, which would overshadow his trauma because he too became a predator. Outcome. Just like the temperance and Justin's outcome, where two elements were being moderated, Usher will walk light. He'll tiptoe around the pentacles, the Jews that protect Justin. And Justin, like I said, will have peace. Because Justin has power. He has protection now that Usher now can't, his wife and her people. Listen, she said, we will expose them ninjas. We will expose them ninjas. Don't worry, baby. I got you. That was her rocking him in her flat, bony bosoms. I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. And he was like, man, get off me. Get off me. I look helpless to you. I said, nigga, step. And he said, what? And I said, bop, bop. And then they was all like, nah, J-Beeb, don't hit him. And I was like, bop, bop. And then they was like, nah, J-Beeb, calm down, boy. And I said, bet. You better be glad I'm at Beyonce party. Gotta tell it right. You gotta tell it. Cause Haley, she ain't see it. Nah, cause then he gonna skate up to me. Talking about, come here, let me holler at your little beeb. I said, nah, you ain't gotta holler at me, boy. You ain't gotta holler at me on schoolyard, on Slauson. And then he gonna talk about, Nook, if you buck, I'm from the A. And I said, what? He gonna try to duck, whoop. And I said, what? Not everybody putting their fighting noises in the chat. Everybody putting their fighting noises in the chat. Nah, Miss Poetic, ain't no stop. This what you wanted. That's what you wanted. Don't run. You gotta take it. Y'all know Justin Ghetto. Y'all know he had to be real expressive. Man, I told them boys, boy, I'm straight, boy. Get off me, boy. I'm straight. Boy, I told them, boy. I told them, boy. I told us. I said it's on site, my boy. Y'all talking about this on site. I said, for real, though. Okay. Ooh, Usher, let me find out, boy. Usher. Oh, Usher, you just, oh, see, the people don't even notice because you got such good PR, how many L's you be taking. But man, I ain't gonna never forget. Yeah, I had to fix my wig because I had almost Justin Bieber fought myself out my wig. I'm talking about I got him all the way fucked up, Miss Poetic. Okay, so Usher, your outcome is walking light and Justin's is having peace. Let's see the outcome for you. You don't want to tango with his Jewish people or Jewish adjacent, because Hadid, is that Jew or is that Arab? Arab? Jew? Arab? Jew? Mashallah. Okay. Usher, you done did enough stuff. This is how I ended up reading Usher after Justin Bieber the first time I read Justin Bieber. Because this came up in Justin Bieber's outcome, and I said this was Usher. Either in his outcome or his hopes and fears. And I said, this is Usher. And then I went immediately into an Usher reading, just like I'm doing now. Might have been 2 years ago. Usher, you've been a deviant, in my opinion. Not a deviant, I'll say, because this isn't in reverse, but you've done what other executives and other, in my opinion, members of the Negro Predatory Coalition of Musicians have done. Because this is the coalition, and you're one of them. So you will walk light around the Hadids before you be on trial next. And they still might expose you. They still might. They still might, Usher. I don't see them taking you down, but you have a Hadid problem, whether we get to see it or not, because this is Sparta. You done pissed off somebody who is compassionate to Justin and not compassionate to you. So that brings me to this queen and his future, because we saw a queen in Justin's, but she was a cuppy queen. So she was empathetic and kind, sympathetic with him. But a queen of wands in reverse, that means she doesn't like the Negro Predatory Coalition of Musicians, allegedly. Queen of Wands in Usher's near future. Oh dear. Somebody who knows about you guys' history, about how you allegedly turned him out. Oh dear, Usher. And she's gonna say, you better leave him the fuck alone forever. And you can go and tell Diddy the same thing, allegedly. Walk away and tell the Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but Diddy's a Scorpio, he's back here in jail, to walk away too. Just because you're in jail doesn't mean you've gone down for everything you can go down for. And you too, Skater Boy. We said see you later, boy. You wasn't good enough for her. Who caught that? Who's a real 90s baby? Who caught that? Who caught that Avril Lavigne reference? Because they'll put their pentacles on you. Their pentacle tentacles on you, Usher. You'll get a warning shot in your near future, Usher. Of course you did, Mama Fakit. They said he don't hang around no more with nobody that took advantage of him inappropriately when he was a child. So leave him alone. Let me look at Diddy in the past, and then I want to look at that Negro coalition there. And then I'll go eat some oxtails. Look, the cup, Diddy, the Scorpio, disgraced and in jail, but still a knight, just slowed down. So that means Diddy is still active. He's still a knight, just slowed down because he's in jail. He said, go get that boy, Playboy. He said, Usher, go get that boy. Now this same, in the past, in my opinion, Diddy telling Usher to go get Justin leads to Usher's outcome now having to walk light. Look, at first he was a short messenger. All pages are messengers. So again, in my opinion, this was a message from or on the behalf of Diddy. And that message now got Usher dancing like a go-go. That fofo make him dance like a go-go? What? Since you want to approach me on business, dance on it. Diddy done got Usher fucked up. Diddy is still calling shots for the rest of the coalition. Look, the 4 of Wands and the 5. And there's Diddy sending Usher the messenger on behalf of the coalition. That fofo make you dance like a go-go, in the wise words of Nicki Minaj. Uh-oh. 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 Now let me look at this Five of Wands in Usher's present position, and I'll end it there because this is him being a member of the Negro Predatory Coalition of Musicians, in my opinion. Something I just made up in my mind, but it sticks. It works for me. Look, Six of Wands in reverse goes right back to the five. So out of the coalition, they sent Usher, and then he got sent right back. Unsuccessful attempt. Here's Justin. Remember this? Now, why was Usher's attempt unsuccessful from the coalition? 5, 6, 7. We see escalation here, and fives represent drama, fights, chaos. So this is an escalation, but not quite. It was almost. From the coalition, one approached Justin thinking he was going to be able to be victorious over him, but he got knocked down. Why? Because Justin stood up. And so now he has to go back to the coalition and they got to figure something else out. At Beyonce's party. Usher, why did you do that at Beyonce's party? Because now you got to deal with Jay-Z. Maybe. Let me look at Beyonce in reverse. That was her standing there behind everything going on, like, what? I knew they didn't get along, but I thought they'd act civil here at my function. But it popped off. Child, anyways, that's that with that. Usher, the way I see you now as an adult and someone who can see beyond the veil, based on all I could see from enjoying your music growing up, oh, the disappointment. Because your voice is too good. It's still too good and too buttery and too smooth for me not to be able to hear some of your music without seeing Justin Bieber fistacuffing you successfully. I love this version of Justin Bieber, this bossed up version, because it absolutely sent Usher back. Now he gonna have to go back to big playboy behind bars and explain himself how he let Justin Bieber take that. Now, if only Britney Spears, if only somebody would teach her how to box, then maybe we might see her mink a few people too, and then we might understand who be trying her behind the scenes and then making her look crazy when she start breaking down. Justin, stay strong, my black Slauson brother. You stay strong. May the ancestors be with you. No, seriously. Since so many black people take advantage of you, may their ancestors be the one that protect you, Justin Bieber. You deserve that much. And I can't speak for the white people who took advantage of you, but apparently Usher had a bidding war for you on behalf of Diddy. So we can't even blame this on them this time because Diddy did it first, in my opinion. And I don't like that for nobody, especially the children. What is wrong? What is wrong with you bottom feeder, bus court, barbarous, destitute, desolate, dark and dookie shooting men? May death and destruction befall you. Anyways, it's Saturday, so that's the right day to ask for that to happen. Destruction and all of those things. And I don't mean physical death, but death to everything good in your life. May nothing good come to you all until you come clean about the people that you've hurt, because those people have permanent scars. Permanent scars. And do you know how easily it is to permanently scar a child sexually to a way that they can never recover from? Even if they go to therapy, even if they try, sexual abuse can permanently fuck you up, even if the person tries. It can consume them. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it in my family, how sexual abuse consumed people to where the only thing better than life, living with the learned habit of abuse, is death. My abuser drugged her way to death because of the abuse that not only she endured when she was a child that taught her how to abuse me, but the abuse that she learned to live in for the rest of her life until sexual abuse. It messes up the chakra system. You can't invade a child's sacral chakra because you will also mess up their solar plexus, and that's what destabilizes them. They need spiritual or energy readjustment more so than therapy. I've even seen hypnotherapy work because I had someone in my family who practiced hypnotherapy, and my mom did it, and she recommended it to me, but I think they tried, but they weren't able to put me under. They weren't able to put me under. I guess they call it Reiki, but in my family, they call it spiritual or spiritual healing. That's just what I grew up calling it. Reiki is a new term, but my family's been doing that all my life. And they just call it spiritual healing because they're Christians, but they're spiritually gifted. They're healers. They will lay hands on you and take you through them. They can exorcise spirits with their bare hands. All right. All right. The trolls are about to troll me because I'm trying to send a message of encouragement, but this topic was a little bit heavy. So before I go, I keep forgetting that it's 9 o'clock. I got an open house in the morning, 11 a.m., and I want to hit the gym first. So that means I got to be up at 5. I'm going to get off one of one. I'm going to close with a message for anybody that may have struggled with that, let's just get a message for victims of abuse from the divine since we're on this topic. And I know there were a lot of moments that I made entertaining, but to be honest, none of this is entertaining for me because of how explicit I could have been with some of the details of both of their trauma, but I won't do that here. Spirit, can you just, since we talked about child sexual abuse or any type of child abuse specifically, can you give me a message just for the highest good of the collective of humanity? Child abuse has been a prevalent topic. Let me get my oracles. Child abuse has been a prevalent topic. I feel like this is like the disclaimer at the end of a sitcom or show where they put the disclaimer if anyone you know has been such and such, and then they give a number to call. Spirit, the topic amongst or the forefront of the collective consciousness for a while now, at least the past 2 years collectively, has been child abuse, child trafficking, and other various forms of child abuse. And today, in my opinion, we touched on it, dealing with Usher and Justin Bieber. Since that is at the forefront of the collective consciousness today, may I have a message from the divine through the oracles about the abuse of children, and whether we need to consciously still be focused on that, or if the reason why it's at the forefront of the collective consciousness mind is because it's too late for the collective conscious to do anything meaningful. To victims, give us a message from the divine when it comes to the abuse of children as it relates to sexual abuse, trafficking, or any other abuse, since it's a topic right now in the world. It's time to take action in reverse. So the latter, show the real you and show the world the real you in reverse. By the time it's allowed to be consumed by the masses, because I've said before, I've seen the Jeffrey Epstein list well over a decade ago, and I'm assuming at some point it was scrubbed off of the sites where people talked about it and other things related to it by the Department of Justice, who's had the files this whole time and then released them like 1, 2, 3, release them when they was ready. So never think that when a thing becomes a thing for the masses, that it's a time to take action, because that time has already passed. Meaning the people keep saying, give us more files, give us more files. But Spirit's telling me that that's because people want more tea. Yep. Spirit has glanced over at the collective consciousness and seen you all salivating for more tea and gossip. None of you who are asking for more information on real victims are in the position to do anything but read them on blogs and discuss them amongst yourselves. And this isn't me being shady. This is me saying that's what I see here. Expect powerful change in reverse. So because everybody thinks that they're so woke now because the government decided to let you in on a thing, on a secret, now everybody is expecting things to change, but both are in reverse. Because the time to take action would have been when they wanted it to be quiet. Not when they've got everything under control. So careful expecting powerful change from the same people who let you in on a little secret. It's the same people. Some of you guys are looking for more files because you think it's going to hurt Trump. Didn't the Department of Justice release them? Isn't he the president? Okay. Take time to breathe out. All of these are in reverse. I'm surprised nothing will come of this situation is here, but it's not, because things will come of this situation, just not publicly. And I don't mean this situation. I mean the problem with child abuse. It'll be handled situation by situation, case by case. It'll be dealt with boots on the ground. But as a whole, if you're looking for the system itself to come in on a white knight and slay all the demons, then the system will be laid out on the floor. If it slayed all the demons involved in this business, then it'd be on a suicide mission. Take time to breathe out, Spirit. Why is that relevant from the oracles about child abuse being prevalent? Yep, yep. Had to clear some karma before they went and did a blood sacrifice. So we'll tell them something we did a long time ago and ain't no threat to us no more. So that we can, got that off our chest. Now that's one less thing we got to worry about while we're out here dying in the valley of their decisions. Jehoshaphat, being judged in the valley of your decisions, as it was your decisions to start this war, and that is what the valley of Jehoshaphat is, as we already went over our Joel 3 interpretation here. It's time to take action in reverse. Dance like a go-go. Now, ironically, remember this came out with Usher, and we were talking about him and his alleged inappropriate relationship with Usher, and I said his outcome would be that he has to walk light with Justin Bieber's resources. I didn't say that they would get justice because they know that he abused Justin. I said he would have to walk light because of them, which means people could be exposed if they wanted to. The system could be torn down if they wanted to. But instead, when it comes to abusers, if they walk right and walk light, they can still walk. So that's why it's time to take action, because those that are in power could allegedly be in on it. Listen, it's big business in this business. And to be honest, we saw the chessboard be reshuffled, but we did not see the industry go away because the elite depend on, in my opinion, black market activity. And I've said that before, how our upper economy is fueled by the shadow economy. The debauchery is still being had. It's a big business in circles that all of us aren't privy to. Parties with buffets of allegedly children. The most dangerous game parties. You guys know what the most dangerous game is? Still big business. Expect powerful change in reverse. It's not up to the general public to demand more information, because then what? What are you going to do with that? Expect powerful change in reverse. This is an business enterprise. It is an established part of the system. It's an established part of the system, and whatever went on, in my opinion, on that island still goes on. Maybe not on that island, maybe not on that location, because I know people can ride by and like do tourist boat trips by the Epstein Island, but I'll always say, you guys are worried about islands, castles. You know a thing, Tyson. Castles. Yes, Jazz. Castles. I told you guys about those vampire people before and how at the top of the inverted pyramid of the black market are those blue bloods, cousins of the royals, and all of them in Transylvania. The vampires, they're the ones who consume all this stuff more than anybody else, in my opinion, because they need it. They're vampires, literally. They need it. It's like the island was just like the fun stop. The real business goes on in the castles. Romania, Transylvania, all over there in Europe, those places. Yacht parties and islands, that's child's play. As long as these people are alive and in power because they have limitless resources, this shall be so. They're the shadow elite that rule. In my opinion, it's like this is a man. What is the cousin of the Prince Andrew over there in Transylvania? This is somebody whose name I feel like I've heard of specifically, but he's a vampire. One of the Transylvanian cousins, or one of those vampirish cousins of the British royals. Oh, this is Andrew. No, this is Andrew going down, getting locked up. But he is the cousin of them. Ah. That's where I came up with this whole thing and the vampires. When I read Andrew getting caught, I saw his vampire cousins in there as well. That's where I came up and I said they were dying. This isn't going to stop because they're dying. They're dying. I mentioned it in the previous live. I did. I said they were dying when I read Andrew. I said they're dying out. They actually needed more because I said, Spirit, there's such a desperation now. And actually telling everybody about the Epstein stuff makes it easier to do it now because everybody's looking in a certain direction. But I also just read HRC, Hillary Rodham. In my opinion, her shipping containers. See, that's another one. They might have got Andrew, but they ain't got the other ones. They ain't got the rest of the coalition. And I told you that Rhodes was Hillary's maiden last name. That's before they added the ham to it. Her ancestors added the ham. And I only bring that up because at some point, I might take you guys down the rabbit hole of bloodlines. Those are usually series that I save for my memberships, but Spirit told me to do a series with the public live so that you guys can kind of see the real work I do around here besides the entertainment stuff. All right, they're dying out. There's a man, one of the men, one of those vampire cousins of the British royals. He's specifically dying out. When he does, things will come to a screeching halt. Not a complete stop, but things will slow down significantly. He's like one of the eldest of their bloodline. Take time to breathe out in reverse. Resources and Jews, in my opinion. King of Wands, abuse, money, charity, organizations. In my opinion, these predators pick from social institutions, charitable institutions, educational institutions, religious institutions. All of them have an abundance of prey. All of them have easy access if you are an elite, because these systems are yours. They're part of what you own. So you can dip your hand in the cookie jar as much as you please, and no one will ever know, because these systems will never tell, never show. Every pillar of society, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Catholic churches, Christian churches, not even the black community is safe. Martin Luther King's father, before he became Martin, when he was just Michael King, and he went over there to that gospel trip in Berlin, Germany, in Hitler's Germany, while Hitler was Germany, went to a Baptist convention and came back spreading the gospel. And ever since then, we've been getting abused in our black churches too. Not just the Catholic churches, but the black churches. Now, I ain't saying Michael King Sr., who later became known as Martin, had anything to do with that, but I'm saying 5 American pastors back in the, what was that? What did I say it was in our life? It was in the 60s, so it was the 30s, 20s, 30s, something like that. What the fuck was they doing over there in Hitler's Germany? At a Baptist convention in Hitler's Germany? And then came back and what? Became pillars of the black society. But we also became plagued with a lot of shit that is not native to our culture. Picked up a lot of habits that ain't native to our habits. We start learning one thing and then we became them. We started praying like them and then we became like them. All I'm saying is what I see is to take time to breathe out. You guys think that the world might be safer because of the Epstein files and because the big bad beasts are locked away. But in my opinion, they're still picking through institutions that belong to the system, because the system belongs to them. So they'll pick and choose, and nobody's going to stop them, because nobody's going to know until they decide to do an expose after they've moved on to something else. It was 34 Taishan. I did the reading on it on this channel. Did I do it on his birthday, or did I say I was trying to wait? But yes, that's what it was. And that is Googleable information, so nobody think I made that up. Anyways, all right, that's enough for me tonight, because I'm tired. I got an open house in the morning, gym, and then I'm gonna come home and do some move. A part 2 for the Crown of Success, and I'm going to add my mods. So I got a busy day, a busy week, a busy life. Love you all. Be blessed on this Saturday evening. Thank you for joining me, and good night.